Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign 18, week 7, day 1. So today, of course, we got ourselves a brand new event week. We just covered the video earlier today going over all the normal things. Main thing we'll probably be focusing on a bit is the world event. As far as scoring, basically just don't take the fox or the one that starts with W and you'll be good to go. We go over to this little thingy right over here. But yeah, it's just the fox one is the worst, and due to how the scoring is for the first 30 fights, you also ideally want to avoid the Wendigo. But as long as you just don't take the fox, you'll be fine. And once you have 31 plus fights, just ignore the fox, and that's the only one you'll ever need to do. Because eventually all your battles will just be the fox, and then you just start spamming the same location. But anyways, aside from that, what other big thing happened this week? Obviously, we had the rework for the Mythic earlier. Though we kind of already mentioned that on stream before, we just didn't mention it on the video until today. But, of course, that rework to his ability is temporary, though he is still in drop tape if you want to go get him. Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest till Friday reset, so the end of Thursday, so still time. Obviously, actually, probably will start, and don't forget, be doing your May event every single day. Actually, we should be getting the golden pet as of today. Actually, I think I can stop buying these too. I need to go do the math on that. But I think we're getting close, because the only other thing I want left is the power orb after we go get the golden pet today. And then we'll get the power orb down the line. And of course, the teams are the same ones as last week. Nothing different here. Whatever you used last week, you could use this week. Not really any difference there. You could change it up if you wanted to, but still the same restriction. The only real thing is, as the stats go higher, obviously, will be a little bit hard to kill, so you might need to make your team tankier. Though, honestly, Bogstrider, pretty tanky. Has 33% score reduction, has Entangle and Skull. Not the tankiest thing in the game, but still pretty high up there as far as tankiness is concerned. Anyways, hello everyone! Hope you guys have been having a wonderful week so far. Hello Mark! Hello Sonny! Hello Nightmare! Hello Cookie! Hello Chad! Hello Stacy! Hello Vernus! Welcome, 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 welcome. Alright, let's see. Let me go fix that. Okay. So, what we're doing. Go get our poke down. Oh, so yeah, we finally got a haircut today too. it feels so breezy because the air conditioner literally just went on right now. Which just reminded me, like, oh yeah, I don't have any hair right now. Yeah, it's starting to get warmer, so I figured just chop it all off. My two hairstyles, on and off. Hello, Lodix there. Welcome, welcome. Am I going crazy? Why does the game sound quieter today? I'm pretty sure on your guys' ends it's the exact same. But I feel like my audio levels on my end for some reason is like half as high. I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy. I did just take a shower not too long ago, so it might be waterlogged. Are we doing another PlateUp stream? If yes, when? Probably. Though probably not this weekend, because this weekend I was considering finally starting another game. I want to see if we could take out the entirety of Mario RPG this weekend. I wanted to stream it before Thousand Year Door comes out later this year. And later this month, I should say. But yeah, so I figured I'd do it this weekend in case I get busier later. Because I think it's coming out in like 2 weeks from now? Like 2.5 weeks? Now, one of those weekends is a Vault weekend, so we'll be busy with that weekend. If I'm not mistaken, it's next weekend. Not this week's weekend, but next week's weekend is Vault weekend for Gems of War. So obviously that weekend will be allocated towards that. So this is like one of the last few weekends where I could really go try to do it, knock it out. I'll be doing it on Saturday and Sunday, yeah. I plan to try to get the game done in 2 days. To my understanding, that should be done. Or should be doable. But I'm going into the game completely blind, so I'm not sure exactly how long it might take. But if we do 2 very long streams for it, I think we can get it done in a single weekend. It's one of the reasons I kind of want to play the game too, is it's actually an RPG on my list of RPGs I need to play that is actually like not 1,000 hours long. Or at least doesn't feel like it. Like I feel like every RPG on my like I need to go play this RPG list is like 50 to 100 hours long. And that one only being like 20 to 30 is kind of nice. Thousand Year Door is surprisingly actually a little bit shorter as well. I don't know the exact runtime of Thousand Year Door, I know if you get full completionist, you could easily get upwards of 100 hours. But as far as basic completion, especially with some prior knowledge, like we'll have, I think it is closer to like a 30, 40 hour, whereas Mario RPG's close to like a 20-ish hour. So they're both RPGs towards the shorter side. But really solid ones from what I've heard. Or the other one I've heard. Obviously 1,000 Year Door I already know is good. But anyways, what am I doing? We just did thing. Now I need to go do a different thing, but brain processing thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna go upgrade pet. I remember now. I was gonna do something different than normal. It is like, oh yeah, pet. Alright, let me go upgrade the little guy. That's hello, Isabel! Welcome, welcome. Alright, there we go. Nice. Oh, were the chats down earlier? I didn't even notice. Interesting. Alright, oh, let's see. We did that, we did that. XP boosters I don't need to start using till tomorrow, though I will go grab our free gems from the thing. Alright, let's go take out some dailies, I guess. Dungeons? Anything good? Top 3? Top 3? Top 3? Aw, boo. We didn't even get to play Guess the Door. Oh yeah, with the emotes that we're getting done, we are getting the Guess the Door emote. Soon, TM. Let's see. Oh, this battle's going a little bad. Oh, never mind. It's all been fixed in one single turn. The power of a billion Takshakas on a team. Also, I've definitely found my new favorite water, by the way. Icelandic. Oh no, what are your guys' water preferences? Because for the longest of longest times, I've just been drinking like every generic brand. Like Deer Park, Aquafina, stuff like that. I started getting tired of their like really underwhelming taste. Or water quality. So I was like, let me go try some like actually better waters. And so far from all of them that I've tried, Icelandic has been my personal favorite. Also, my sugary drink consumption has gone down to like 0 since I've started drinking this. Which is really solid. Like, I haven't had the urge to ever drink any sugary drinks lately. Or even anything that isn't water. I've been on like a pretty much a pure water diet. I guess other than when I had Taco Bell the other day. That was because you gotta have a drink with Taco Bell. It's like pizza. You have to have a soda with pizza. I didn't when I did the 1 year of no soda. But otherwise, you gotta have a soda with pizza. There's just some foods where you kind of have to. Otherwise, I've been strictly all water. Oh yeah, I saw this earlier today. I didn't actually show it yet to stream. I'm not sure if you guys seen it yet, but we have gems, gems, and gems as our daily adventure board, which is kind of cool. Let's go take them real quick. Hello, Supernova. Welcome, welcome. So is Giovanja's third trait will back to 1 explode gem when turn begin, and yes. Next patch, his ability will be reverted back to uselessness. That is correct. He's only temporarily good. But he will be nerfed into the ground in a few weeks from now. Or whenever they do the patch. Your preferred water is in soda or juice? Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Supernova. Didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. You got buried in the Bill hellos. The wall of text. was gonna say, is there no way to use either of these wild cards? There has to be some way. There we go. I'm so bad at matching wild cards sometimes. My brain can't comprehend every possibility of a 6-color thing and all the directions I can move in. Alright, we do have mandatory PvP that we have to do today, but we're going to do that anyway, so that's fine. Campaign will get done on its own, so we can kind of just ignore it. Events, oh yeah, we haven't touched the event. Duh. It's like one of the main things we should be doing. Yeah, let's go do it. I think it's literally in the stream title, too. So, I'm going to be using a quick kill Queen Titania team. Using Celestial Flask and a Perpetual Redstorm. That is the game plan. Alright, I'm actually gonna only do one here. The reason being is I'm about to go do this. And one interesting interaction with this is when you upgrade a metal, and you don't have any of the previous metal, it actually replaces your other metal. So now I have the bigger metal. Even though I didn't equip the bigger metal, I have the bigger metal. So I could have just went straight into the battle, but I just wanted to show it here. But yeah, without ever actually equipping the bigger metal, I now have the bigger metal equipped. Anyways, we're done. Board of it. Fun little interaction that has. Oh, my team didn't save. I know. I don't want Celestial Flask in first slot for the earlier fights because they're going to be auto kill with just one Queen Titania to cast. So let me go fix that. There we go. And obviously we'll put the team back to normal when we actually need mana. But at the moment, we pretty much just click a button for full mana. And then immediately one-shot. This team has a problem versus Submerge. Do we have to deal with Submerge, though? Worst comes to worst, we replace out Hero Class for Dispel. We have to drop Redstorm for it, but it's fine. Is there even any Submerge in these fights? I haven't seen any of the low tier battles yet. Oh, one of them has a crab that submerges on damage. Okay. Hopefully we'll win quick enough that it shouldn't matter. Worst comes to worst, we could just go poke it a few times. Alright, there's the Foxfarer King. Okay, there's the one I have to not take. Okay. Oh, that's gonna get confusing. It's not a different icon or anything. Oh, that's gonna be really annoying. That's kind of bad. The icon's actually really hard to see. Yeah, as long as we just don't take the Fox, we should be good. That's the only thing we really have to remember. Technically, we don't want to take the Wendigo, whatever it's called, the one that starts with W. But, Fox is the main priority not to take. Hello, Nightmare! Welcome, welcome. Well, if we need a Submerge counter, our best way to do it is just replace out Hero for Dispel. Our second best way would be... Actually, no, we can't do that. I was going to say replace out our weapon for one that can do it. But I don't think we have access to Curse in Bright Forest. We have access to 4 times Barrier, but not Curse. I know, we're eventually going to have to take the Foxfires. Once we hit 31 fights, we're eventually going to have to be forced to have all Foxfires. And just keep taking the same room over and over again. For the first 15 sets, twice, we want to avoid both the Fox and the Wendigo. Keep our points as high as possible. But eventually, after 31 fights, we're just going to be taking the same spot over and over again. Whichever one isn't the Fox spot. And normally I do it towards the bottom just because it's easier to click on mobile and on PC. On controller, I guess it probably doesn't matter as much. But it's normally ideal to do one of the lower ones that are closer to the button. Because the button that you need to click to play is right down there. So any of them that are further towards the bottom are normally the one you want to do on your repeat. So either the middle one or the bottom right one this week. I'd probably do the middle one, because if I do anything on mobile, though it probably wouldn't be. But if we did, it's actually better to have it on the middle one, because normally I'd use my left thumb for it. That'd be annoying to click all the way over there with left thumb. Something like World Event we pretty much like only do on stream, so I guess that wouldn't really matter much. The only thing I've really been playing on mobile, as far as Gems of War is concerned, is Vault Event Weekend. And Tribute, obviously, here and there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, gosh. I've been having a bit of a coughing, sneezing issue today. Allergies flaring up again. Not sure from what. Sony gave in, and they're no longer going to require PlayStation for Steam players for Helldivers. Interesting. Supposedly that was some kind of big controversy recently. Oh yeah, someone on things that people have mentioned randomly in chat. I have indeed found my password autofill for Epic Games, and have downloaded the Orcs Must Die 3. So at some point we will do Orcs Must Die 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure if we're just going to go straight to 3, or if we're going to stream all 3 in order. I guess that's kind of up to you guys, because I don't really mind either way. I've already played 1 or 2. So if we stream 3, we'd be going in completely blind. But I'm not sure if it would work if we played 3 without the context of 1 or 2. I know storyline-wise that wouldn't matter, but, you know, gameplay-wise, kind of building up to that point. But, I don't know, we could do either or. Do Orc Massage first? No. No. It's basically a tower defense game combined with, like, slightly hero shooter. Basically, you get one big unit that you can go and kill things with while having a tower defense layout. So it's basically a tower defense with a hero, essentially. And the first 2 games were honestly not too bad. Not the greatest games in existence, but, you know, they're a fun little, like, puzzle, just kind of gameplay kind of thing. It's not really a new twist on tower defense, but it's still a pretty solid tower defense game. Does it not have co-op? I could have sworn that, didn't Orcs Must Die 2 have co-op? Or was it only 2-player co-op? Oh, it's 2-player only? Oh, okay. Does Orcs Must Die have 3-player co-op? Oh, we're out of battles already. That didn't take long at all. We even got a whole reward tier out of it. Oh, and a medal. Oh, not what I wanted. Let's see. Oh, it's just a token. Never mind. I don't actually have enough to make a medal. Which makes sense because we literally just upgraded it. There we go. Alright, next order of business. You just woke up? Oh gosh. Hello, Easy Breezy. Welcome, welcome. It's a pretty wait wake up then. Alright, what's left then? PvP and... Oh yeah, also we still need to go open 1 billion Volkies. Also, if any of you saw last night's stream, we got absurd Volky luck. We got 4 really good drops. We got 2 gold medals, a major pet orb, and a 300 gem drop within 50 keys. Actually, I think it was like close to 60 or 70. But it was barely any keys at all. We got insane loot yesterday. Yeah, we'll be chipping those down over the next week or two. Vault Weekend's next week's weekend. Not this weekend. That's a faction expansion for Cinemirage. I guess technically Depths is in. But the weekend after that's Vault Weekend, so I do want to have them all finished by then. Underspire, of course, we're just going to be delaying for now. It's the same thing as Ward Event this week, so whatever team we're using for that, it's just going to be a ton of Queen Tanya spamming. Which means, luckily, it's not going to be that annoying of a week. While it doesn't scale that well at the really high fights, it is a lot of damage, so it shouldn't really matter. Anyways, so what's left then? Just PvP? Is that really it? Oh, we got through those really quickly. Gosh, honestly, dailies and weeklies feel like they keep going quicker and quicker. Even though they keep slightly adding more, I feel like their time for completion just keeps getting shorter somehow. I don't know how. Because that logically doesn't make any sense. But it sure feels like that's what's happening. I feel like every day I look at like how long the dailies take, and despite there being slightly more over time, it just keeps getting shorter. We're either getting more efficient, that or the teams are technically getting more efficient. Like we have Stellarex now. Like that's honestly probably one of the biggest factors. Stellarex is just insane broken. Like he's chopped off like a good like 20-30% of the daily time. Just from how quickly he wins and how consistently he wins and how everything he just composes wins. Like he just covers everything. He's all encompassing. Hello Andre, hello Miss Insane Witch, welcome, welcome. Kaffa just confirmed on the forum. Oh, Grovanja's trait will not be converted back? Ooh. Oh, he's actually a half-decent mythic then. Oh, that kind of changes everything. Is that 100% confirmed? That's rather interesting. Because that basically makes him alternative, well, not quite. They're still used quite differently. But it's basically alternative Possessed King. Possessed King explodes 2 gems every time you take an extra turn. Whereas this new troop explodes 4 gems every time you take an extra turn. However, it's only on good gargoyle gems. So it has the caveat of, like, it's double the amount of explosions, but it has the caveat that it only works on good gargoyle gems rather than any gem on the board. So the kind of teams you would use them in are still drastically different. However, in the context where you can get away with using the new mythic, he's 4 explode per extra turn. That's a lot of explode. Even if it's just on gargoyle gems, which you're technically getting no mana for directly. Obviously, the gems around them you get mana for. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. The main thing that that's actually going to do, if it does get kept like that, is it's going to be a viable way to actually use gargoyle builds now. Because in the current state of the game prior to this new mythic, there wasn't really like a good gargoyle... there wasn't a good gargoyle gem team, basically. Or bad gargoyle gem team. Or any gargoyle gem team. But now there's a particularly good route for going down the good gargoyle gem win condition. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out as the kingdom gets more troops. Its synergy right now is okay. But I feel like it could use a bit better synergy before it's really going to get used a lot. Like, obviously he has synergy with himself. But beyond that, he doesn't have that great of a synergy. Like, he's definitely usable, but it's not something you're going to be using too often. Even if that's going to be a permanent buff. Oh, they're just going to release a different troop with the other trait. Oh, they'll probably just put it on some useless legend then. The next What is that one called? Drakzoom? Not Drakzoom. What's that one kingdom called? Oh, I always forget the name of the Geomancer one. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Hellcrag. It's funny because I'm not even on the actual world map. I just remember that's Hellcrag for some reason after I get to the world map screen. It's kind of funny because it's not even on this world map. Yet the second I got to this world map, I remembered, oh yeah, Hellcrag. That's kind of funny. Even though Hellcrag isn't there, just physically being there reminded me that it's there. Because that's where it is on the map. So my brain was like, oh yeah, Hellcrag. Even though it's physically not actually there. Because we're in the PvP area where Hellcrag does not exist. But, yeah, once we get the next Hellcrag event, they'll probably just add it to that legend once it's fixed. Though, given that it needs to be a next patch, that means that troop's probably not coming around until later this year. But that trait wasn't even any good, so it's not that big a deal. But that trait will likely be on a legend coming in, like, October or November. That's pretty irrelevant, because that previous trait was pretty garbage anyways. Why am I not clicking the retreat button? You only have 10 mythics left or not go to late level? Nice. 4 of them are unowned. Oh no. Do I have a new weapon offer? What do you mean by new weapon offer? Not sure what you mean by that. You got 52... Oh, so hello, Coopster. You got 52k points in PvP last week? And didn't finish top 3 anywhere? I don't know if they fixed it. I'm not sure either. Because I got 90 for finishing in 3rd. Though I only needed like 20,000 to finish in my 3rd. But I didn't get extra. So it kind of makes sense because we didn't really go too crazy with points. But I know 2 weeks ago I got it. 2 weeks ago we made 3rd and got 1st. And last week we made 3rd and got 3rd. Hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. You missed the 35 code drop yesterday? Or you mean 5 code drop? Any chance of a repeat? Well, I will hand out a code every time we get a good drop from Volkies. So if we can get as lucky tonight as we did last night, yes. Alright, that reminds me, I haven't even handed out the first code yet. Let me go do that. But you know what? We'll do it when we get the next Valhawk. How about that? And then we'll start opening a billion Volkies. Because we're about to have every daily and weekly done in half an hour. Or at least as far as the progress that we want to get on them. Assuming we can ever get a turn to win. Let me double check. Have I not gotten the 3rd Valhawk yet? Okay, I haven't. Just double checking. Wasn't sure if it sneaked in somewheres. I like to do that sometimes. Okay, we'll hand out a code once we find his final Valhawk. And then after that, we'll pretty much open Volkies the rest of the stream. Which means we should be able to get through a pretty big chunk of them. Like, we might even be able to aim for like 100. And we'll hand out a code every time we get a big drop. I'll do that all this week until we have no keys left. Though at current rate, we'll probably have no keys by Wednesday. You got 20k gold from codes yesterday. Yeah, they add up. They add up pretty quickly. Do you have a new weapon offer on the right side? The new weapon offer below the mail? Oh, that? I'm not sure. Because I believe I own every weapon except that one weird $5 weapon that will be available for free soon. The one from the most recent kingdom. Which I don't remember its name for some reason. Let's see. Is it under offer? I don't have a weapon offer. I just have all the normal stuff. Oh, never mind. Here it is. It's trying to sell me a weapon I own already. Oh, no, it's not. It's trying to sell me the Season Pass weapon. Which reminds me, I haven't bought the Season Pass yet. I should probably go do that. That just now reminded me I have not bought the current campaign. We're 7 weeks in and I still haven't bothered. Mostly because the weapon is so useless. Obviously I will be getting it. But, this weapon's just so bad. It deals some damage to an enemy boosted by angel gems and then creates 2 angel gems. And the thing that we get at the end, I'm pretty sure was kind of useless too. It explodes all angel gems. It's basically Evandra, but it's not as bad. Like that one troop that's basically the worst troop in the entire game. It's like a slightly better version of that. It explodes all angel gems, then deals a bunch of damage to all enemies, boosted by undead and daemon enemies. So it can actually hit around like 100-ish, give or take, depending on enemy team, of course. And it creates 1 angel gem every single turn. The problem with this is it doesn't get matched or anything. And compared to something that can just give you bless on extra turn, like that yellow-purple legend from Mirrored Halls, not Mirrored Halls, from Silver Necropolis, is basically better than this thing. Like, getting 1 bless per extra turn is far better than creating 1 angel gem every turn. Not only does it not match for any color, but you still have to go and manually take it through, you know, mass destroy, mass explode, similar things. And even then, it just goes to a random ally, and that random ally could be one that's already blessed. So many things about this is so bad. Not to mention the other 2 traits are nothing. And its ability is very lackluster. So unfortunately, this troop is very, very bad. Not like top 5 or top 10 worst troop in the game, but really far down there as far as its viability. I'm not sure why, but they just love putting useless mythics on Campaign Pass. I'm not sure why they always do that. Like, we've only had a very, very absurdly small amount of good Season Pass mythics. Like Kara and Dara and the such, which oddly enough was on the very first one. But we've had an overwhelming amount of just completely near useless or completely useless mythics from Season Pass. It's kind of weird because the average monthly mythic has generally been not too bad. Especially lately. Like, even the one that's still out right now, with the change they made to its final trade, is actually kind of viable. But a lot of the ones that they keep doing on Season Pass are just so horrifically bad. Anyways, did we ever get the Valhawk yet? Or did I get distracted? I got distracted. Let's keep going. I will hand out code once we get Valhawk, and then we'll spend the rest of the time just doing Volkies, probably. Hello, Eric! Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, she does have some pretty cool troop art. That's one thing they still kept up with pretty well over the years. Troop art for this game has still been really solid. There's been a few things that have been pretty consistent with this game. The troop art, the fact that we pretty much always have a Monday event, except the few times where catastrophic things have happened, but otherwise pretty much every week. And bugs. The bug features. The 3 consistent things that exist in this game. That we will have a weekly event every week, the troop art will be solid, and there will be at least 10 bugs added for every bug they fix. And dead currencies. True, and dead currencies. They're obligated to add at least like 6 to 12 dead currencies per year. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere's in their contract. Though in all fairness, silver marks are about to undead themselves next patch. Because silver marks are currently a dead currency, but they're about to undead themselves with whatever we can use them on next patch. Because they're actually going to have a purpose next patch. What that purpose is, I don't know. Actually, you probably know. You were in the beta. But they are currently a dead currency that is actually going to become a non-dead currency next patch. In a few weeks from now. To what degree, we don't currently know. We'll find out in a couple weeks. Hey, there we go. Valhawk. Let's go handle the code. Summer marks. We are going to be getting a 3rd mark type. I don't know what they're called. I've just been calling them platinum marks because they're called silver, gold, so it makes sense the next one would be platinum. But silver marks are just really low tier ones. And currently there's nothing to use them on other than getting all the pets initially. However, there will be some updates to the shop that will allow you to dump it all. Because right now, there's nothing to use them on. Like, this is completely not worth it. So the only things you ever use them on is to get 1 copy of each of the pets, and that's it. And then after that, there's nothing to dump it in, because these don't count. But they're going to be doing some adjustments to the shop, so you will have something to go spend all your silver marks on. As well as more things to use gold marks on. As well as the 3rd mark being added, as well as things to use that 3rd mark on. Anyways. Alright, let's go, and so we're done with PvP, right? Yep. Seems like it. We did that, we did that. Looks good to me. Every objective done. Obviously, we'll get that more done later. Alright, let's go hand out code. And now let's go hand out a code for every single good drop we go get from Vault Keys right now. Let's start chipping through them. See what we can get tonight. But here's the first code, and we'll hand out another one for every good Vault Key drop. Which could be 0, could be 10. Who knows? No, I highly doubt it's going to be 10. Though we are going to go through quite a few keys. Within like 60, we got 4 drops last night, so see if we can get that lucky again. And of course, we're just running standard quick kill Stellaryx. Oh gosh. I almost forgot to. I need to go get that one tooth pulled in 2 days. That's gonna be annoying. This will actually be the first time I'll be conscious for a tooth pulling in, gosh, like 15 years. Because the only time I've been conscious for when a tooth was pulled was when I got some of my baby teeth pulled. Which would have been, like, what, 7 years old? 8 years old? When does that normally happen? I don't remember. So it has been, like, 20 years since I've been conscious while getting a tooth pulled. Because all the back teeth that I need to get pulled, the molars or whatever they're called, I was knocked out when they did that. I'm pretty sure it's not too bad with all the numbing. I know bleeding is going to be annoying for the first day, though. But once it heals up, it shouldn't really be that big a deal. I wonder if it'll change my speech pattern at all, though. Because I'm going to have, like, a gap in, like, my bottom left. I probably won't. I feel like it would if it was, like, one of your front teeth. But it's almost like my furthest back tooth. Because I know when I got my molars pulled, it had absolutely no effect on my speech at all. But it has, like, a weird air pocket now. I'm not sure if that's going to change our laugh or anything else. I'll find out. Oh, I did not mean to click back. Am I going to be able to say Queen Titania anymore? Yeah, 2 times Titania is basically meta for every game mode this week. Well, not every. But the main 2 is World Event and Underspire. Which I haven't actually touched Underspire, but it's going to be the same thing as World Event, just with less damage. We're doing it as we have been lately, which is saving all the battles for like Wednesday or Thursday and then just kind of clumping them all together. And it should be pretty free this week with Double Queen Titania. Plus we have Leprechaun. Which obviously Leprechaun's absurd for mana accumulation. And if you don't feel like running Leprechaun, you have Child of Summer as well for red convert. And you can also run them both if you really want to. So you probably want to put a hero onto your team. So where are all the good drops? We got showered last night with goodness. And now, there's nothing. I think we consumed all of our RNG for the entire week last night. Because we got way too lucky last night. Like, on average, to get the drops that we were getting last night, we would have to open like 300 Volkies. And we got it within like 60. So hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, when I get all the new emotes, we won't have the big hello anymore. I will be consolidating the hello to a singular, message thingy. So only hey, we just got a Volk in our Volky. So we'll only take up one emote slot instead of 3. Which means we will no longer have the very big hellos. Did I get a haircut? Yeah, we just shaved everything off. We have 2 hairstyles, on and off. We're currently wearing off. So hello, Ivy. Welcome, welcome. You used 20 Volkies and got a gold orb and a major pet? Really? Wow. That's insanely lucky. Yeah, no, the RNG last night was insane for Volkies. It's kind of crazy. I was like way, way too lucky. Like, we'll be lucky if in this 100 keys we get even one of these good drops. Last night we pulled 4 and 60. And 2 golds too, which was really solid. Dude, that's like the main thing we need right now. Like, if anyone's ever wondering, like, why are we still opening Volkies despite having, like, almost everything in the game? It is almost entirely for the gold medals that we get from this. And pet orbs, I guess, technically. Pet orbs are nice. But those are, like, the 2 biggest things. Major pet orbs, though the minor ones are still helpful. And, oh gosh, the other thing. What was I just saying? That and the gold elite orbs. The silver ones are okay too, but we need more golds than we need silvers. Which is kind of funny. We didn't actually get a single silver last night. I do consider silver something I'll hand out a code for. I do consider them one of the big drops. They're not as good as a gold, but they're still pretty good. Why? Wait, what was the why question too? Not sure what the why was for. Why to the haircut or why to something else? What was your previous comment? Let's see. Oh, wait, I'm not even up to chat. I'm not sure what the why is to. Your go-to Vault team is Stellarix, Mizmer, Sensia, and Leprechaun? Yes, we can put in a Sensia on this team to 50% start the dragon. The main reason I'm going with the Takshaka is hoping we get lucky on starting turn. And just immediately get full mana. Why Volkies? Wait, what about Volkies, though? I'm still not understanding the question. Oh, we just got another Volky in our Volky. That's pretty lucky. I'm still not sure what their exact drop rate is. For the longest time, I thought it was closer to 1 in 100. But in recent times, I've either been getting lucky on them, or they're actually closer to 1 in 50. I was just initially getting unlucky. Oh, when do you get Volkies? Volkies are from Vault events mostly. Well, there are a small number of things that can give you them passively over time, like the World event this week. A good bulk of them come from Vault events. Vault events occur once every month. Next one is 2 weekends from now. And basically, all you do during them is just spam pretty much any piece of content. And the main one being Quick Kill Explore, as it mostly matters how many battles you cycle rather than the difficulty of the battles. So you tend to just do a lot of really easy battles. And then you find gnomes along the way. And those gnomes have a heightened chance of not only appearing, but also of dropping Vault Keys. We open Vault Keys because we don't have enough copies of Sparkle Sack. Oh gosh. So they have tweaked his drop rate to not be as egregiously high. Though he still is way too egregiously high. Though I say that, we haven't seen a drop of him in a while. Let's not jinx it with like 10 in the next 20 keys. Oh, you went for a 600 and 900 Volkey grind? Nice. Yeah, they can be pretty unpredictable. They have a really wide range of loot. From basically nothing to like hundreds of gem value, if not more. So why are we getting Vault Keys? Well, the main reason you want to get Vault Keys is for all the loot that's within them. These include things like keys, like gems and gem and event keys, which I personally don't really need on this account, but you also get a ton of other resources like solid gems and a ton of various orbs. There's also a lot of troops that are only obtainable here, most notably being all the tarot cards in the game, as well as all of the gnomes. So there's quite a few reasons to open them. And they're some of the best loot in the entire game, especially relative to how quickly you can farm them during Vault event weekends. Volkies are helping you get some quick hero levels that you've been neglecting for years. Yes, that is something you could do too. You can run like a Rowan quick kill team or anything similar here. Use any hero class with it, and you get 2 class XP per win. And you can easily win like 3-4 a minute. And you get 2 XP every single time. So it can be a great way to power level classes if you haven't maxed them all yet. For example, we have 420 XP just sitting there in Vault Keys right now. If we were to use them all consecutively, it wouldn't take longer than like 2 hours to go use them all. So the XP rate for them is actually kind of solid. Hello, Tangy. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's a reason I've been hoarding all my epic Vault Keys. Also, have a good night, Miss Insane Witch. Thanks for stopping by. The reason I hoard all my epic Vault Keys is I still feel like they're going to get buffed in the future. Because in the current state of the game, they're really underwhelming. Like, your average Vault Key loot is almost comparable to your epic Vault Key loot. On average, they're supposed to be like 2 to 3 times more value. But in practice, they are so sporadic that they're just so bad. Like, yes, some of the drops are like triple as high or double as high. But you still get so many drops that are just complete garbage. And there's nothing unique on them. Which is the main reason why I hoard them. I feel like they're eventually going to add like a unique mythic or something to the epic Vault Key drop table. Or something that will make like an incentive to actually go specifically for epic Vault Keys. And for that reason, I've been hoarding them. Because right now, they're just slightly better Vault Keys, and I mean slightly. Whereas in the future, they might do more with them. Or who knows, maybe they'll stay that way forever. I still hoard them all just in case they ever do get updated. Luckily, every time that Volkey have gotten buffed, Epic Volkeys have also gotten buffed indirectly. But the Volkey value relative to an Epic Volkey value is not that great for the Epic Volkey. Like, yes, it's higher, but barely. For how much rarer it is so little extra value compared to a normal Volkey. Like, the rarity to extra reward ratio is horrific on them. Better pray they don't nerf it. Well, they have actually never nerfed Volkeys. Every change they've ever done to Volkeys have been a buff. The only thing that they've ever nerfed in regard to, like, indirectly in relation to Volkeys is when Paloozas first came out, they nerfed Paloozas like a billion times over. But never were the Volkey rates of Paloozas ever nerfed, which is kind of interesting. Despite Paloozas getting nerfed like 4 or 5 times, the Volkey rate for Paloozas has been left unchanged. It is still the same as day 1. It's just the actual rate of obtaining Paloozas has been nerfed into the ground. But the actual usage of them is still the same Volkey rate while you're using them. It's just all the other loot that you get and the rate at which you get Paloozas is slower. And any loot that gives more than 1 gets negated down to like 10% or so if you're doing the quick kill teams. Obviously that doesn't affect Volkeys. But no, the actual Volkey like drop table has only ever gotten buffed like 3 or 4 times now. Every single change has been a buff. They ended up adding to 20% more loots. They ended up adding higher orb rate. Actually, even just a couple months ago, I think last December, they made a few tweaks that made Cedric less common, while making the tarot cards more common. Now that we're getting more and more of the tarot cards, to make it easier for newer players to catch up, as well as any free-to-play players who doesn't keep up on getting each new one. As well as just anyone who misses any events. There's a lot easier to catch up on now compared to before. Which is a much needed change as, of course, we're getting increasingly more of them, so it's getting increasingly harder to max them all. Or not even max them all, but, you know, get a copy of all of them. But the changes they made last December, it's actually easy. It's about as easy as it was when there was only like 5 tarot cards. After the changes they made a couple months ago. Yeah, that's one of the weirdest things about Epic Volkeys. Is you can still get a drop like 4 Cedric or 4 of like one of these gnomes. Or something similar. Not to mention, when that does happen, you also guarantee have a, for whatever reason, a Daemon Gnome that ends up giving you those Underworld Essence things. And those shards are so useless compared to the average loot table of a Treasure Gnome. Meaning you're actually getting worse overall loot from an Epic Volkey when you roll a dud drop. Like a troop that you don't need, for example. Which is one of the reasons that Epic Volkeys feel so bad. Is there are Epic Volkey rolls that can actually be lower value definitively than a normal Volkey. Due to the fact that one of the 3 gnomes is occupied by a pretty dead content gnome. Oh, wow! What is our luck? Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled gold code, I guess. That is the 3rd one in what? How many have we opened so far? It's our 3rd one in 120. That's not bad at all. In about 120 keys, we've gotten 3 gold elite medals. That is so absurdly lucky. But the funniest thing is, I've gotten 0 silver in that time. In that time, we've gotten 3 gold and 0 silver. But honestly, it's actually better that way, of course. It's actually way more ideal if it stays that way. That is absurdly lucky. Like, within that many keys, we should only expect to get 1, if we even get 1. We're up to 3 now. Yeah, there's a lot of change they could make to Epic Volkeys. The main one I would love to see is if they replace the Daemon Gnome with one of the few, like, Mega Gnomes. And by that, I mean, like, a Curse Gnome or a Dragonite Gnome. Or if they had, like, a third one that's kind of like that, something like that. Because I know they're not going to put a pet gnome there. That'd be a little too broken. But if they made it so it would rotate between a random one of those, that would be so good. So instead of a Daemon Gnome there, it could either be a Curse Gnome or... I guess I could still keep the Daemon Gnome in the drop table just to nerf it a little. But make it any of, like, the big unique ones. But the main two that exist right now being Dragonite and Curse Gnome. Which Curse Ferns aren't as useful, but, you know, you need to have some dud drops to balance out how powerful the Dragonite Gnome would be. Let's hello, Insane Gamer. Welcome, welcome. Because that would give you some solid guarantee value from an Epic Volkey. Where they wouldn't even need to change the drop table of Epic Volkey, they just need to change the one gnome. Keys running out, yeah. That's the only problem with Epic Volkeys. You can burn through them really quickly. Well, that's what Vault events are for. We'll stock up in 2 weekends from now. Yeah, the Dragonite grind is kind of annoying. Because it's multiple layers of RNG. I think the most annoying part about it is how inconsistent it is to get Dragonite as a free daily. It was something that was really highly advised to them that they never did. Was to make Dragonite more of a flat rate per day. Rather than just getting bursted RNG of it. But they never ended up implementing it that way. And of course, there's 2 whole sets of dragons to get now. And at the current rate at which they've been adding them, we might have a 3rd one coming in soon. Also, thank you, Isabel, for the gifted membership. Greatly appreciated. Also, if we can maintain 30 active joined-in members, we can go get all 10 of the new emotes that we're about to get soon. Because I'm commissioning them out in a batch of 10. Oh, Isabel just did it already. Well, I need to go get them quick. Go, go, go. Though they won't be done for probably a couple weeks to a month. Not sure how long it's going to take them. Because they already have a few other projects. But as soon as I can get them in. I'm not sure what happens if you go and have like 30. And then it dips down to like 28 again. What happens? Like, you know, if it dips below that threshold. Do we just lose an emote? Because I've never really went to the full threshold on emotes on YouTube before. I'm actually not sure how that works. Is we get up to 30 something and then it rolls back over to like 20 something. Do we like lose an emote? I assume so, but I'm not sure how it works. I'm still not sure what I want for all of them. I know like generally what I want for most of them though. The problem is thinking of concepts that can actually fit in like 48 by 48 pixels. Because if you had no size limit, then obviously there's like a ton of things you could do. But it's a lot harder when you have to fit something within like a certain small parameter like that. Because there's a lot of things you can't do when you're restricted to that small of a size. Also, I think it's even smaller on mobile. I think it's like 24 by 24. I know in the YouTube layout I'm looking at right now, they're 48 out of 48. I think on mobile they're 24, 24. Which is half the size. So thank you again, Isabel. Greatly, greatly appreciated. You really want those new emotes. If anyone has any suggestions for them, let me know. Because all the concepts for them aren't locked in yet, so... I have a general idea for at least half of them. I technically already have an idea for all 10, but some of them are still pretty flexible. It'd be nice in XP medal. There are a couple different ways to boost XP rates in this game. The most noteworthy one added in recent times is the daily. There's a daily that you can do that gives you double XP for 15 minutes. Obviously, it's a pretty temporary one. But honestly, I kind of prefer it that way to make sure you don't like burn out on XP grinding. Like, it gives you incentive to XP grind without going like too crazy with it. It's like an extra 2 hours of XP grind a week, almost. How many more do I need? How many more of what? You mean memberships for the emotes? We should be at the threshold now after what Isabelle just did. But they do fluctuate up and down. Because obviously, while there are some people that do it every single month, which is greatly appreciated, obviously most people who get the free gifted ones will not renew it. Which makes sense. So those tend to go away. So the number tends to fluctuate a lot. Because if someone gifts, like, let's say 10 memberships, like, all 10 of those after a month, you know, they'll be gone. Like, almost no one's going to renew the thing. Which makes sense. That's how those normally work. Oh, we got a lesser orb. Unfortunately, that's not the one we hand code for. Silver is like the lowest one I'll do it for. Bronze is just still a little too low. Yeah, I should be finalizing the emotes later, either probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So if any of you guys have any ideas for them, let me know. I do generally kind of know what I'll probably be doing for them. Also, thank you, Sani, for the gifted. Greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps out a ton. So thanks, everyone. A Stellarix emoji just for Tazza. Actually, I do have one that is dragon balance related. I won't say exactly what it is because I'm not sure how it's going to come out. Because I feel like the concept I want won't fit that well in a 48 by 48 pixel thing. But there's a really funny concept I want to do for it. That is regarding dragon balance. Oh, wow! Speaking of balance, what is not balanced is how broken our RNG is. Wow. This is our second petal orb in 100 keys. I say 100 because our last one was, like, you know, several dozen keys in. So in less than 100 keys, we got 2 major pets. If you count it from exactly when we got it. But if you count it from when we started, that's still within 150 keys or so. 160 keys. There goes another code. So we ended up 3 tonight, it looks like, unless we get another one in the next 5. Our luck's been pretty solid. And tomorrow, we'll be continuing with these. But I probably won't have as much time to open as many tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll finish whatever's left. I think tomorrow we'll probably be able to run like 50-ish. And then Wednesday, we'll probably be able to run the rest of the stack. Or just keep running another 50 until Thursday. And like 50 every single day until we run out. Which honestly sounds like the game plan, probably. We'll open 50 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, keep in mind, there is a small chance I won't be streaming on Wednesday. I kind of mentioned already the tooth removal thing. But if my gums are still bleeding and everything, I don't want to like be talking and agitate them more. And there's a good chance I actually will be canceling Wednesday's stream. Just so I don't have to keep moving my jaw as much to let it heal. So there's a good chance we actually won't be streaming Wednesday night, by the way. Just a heads up. I might be if I'm still feeling like completely better by then. But I don't want to put like a bunch of jaw pressure on it after you just had that done to it. I'm pretty sure it's not that big a deal. But just in case, just a heads up, we might not be around on Wednesday. Probably will, but slight chance we won't be. We'll find out Wednesday night. Hey, Shadow Dragon, that was the first legend I ever got in this game. But there we go. Anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Actually, I didn't even bother claiming these. Might as well. It's a free extra stat. Sure for getting a good one. Also, thank you, Isabel, for 52 straight months. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I didn't notice it, but YouTube actually added more monthly milestone thingies. I wonder if they do it based on, like, what your highest monthly person is, which at this point is Isabel. For sure. But it has a feature I just noticed that I can actually get, like, better or bigger, like, milestone badges. I think I can only do 2 right now, but if it does eventually allow another 3rd, because I think I can currently get a 48-month, or a 48-month, a 60-month, and I assume eventually a 72-month? So I'm not sure what I would do for the next tier of 3. Because obviously we have the first tier of 3 for the main rarities of Gems of War, going from epic to legendary to mythic. Then we have, like, you know, the elite levels of bronze, silver, and gold. I'm not sure what the next 3 would be, though. Unless we just make it something completely different. Something completely unrelated to that. Because obviously Gems of War doesn't have a next, like, triple-tiered system beyond that. Anyways, guys. Oh, wait, what did you see? Oh, I'd like an Isabot emote. I'm not sure if I'll have room in it, but it is pretty funny. We will still be having more beyond that, of course. That's really funny, though. I just don't have any robot ones. I figured there's already so many robot emotes that it would kind of work already. Because I wanted to try to not do things that were already kind of, you know, done. Actually, I'm still not sure if I still even have the heart emote. Let me actually check. Because now that I'm looking at my things again, did I even have a heart emote? No. Oh. Yeah, we need to go change that. I don't even have a heart emote in my list. Interesting. Isabel. Let's see. Well, I'll probably get rid of one of the hellos, because I have 2 different hellos. Guest the Door, the RNG egg, one of the birds. Obviously, we got to keep Soon TM. The Dragon Horde one, which was going to be a dragon on the chest. 69, because obviously that's required. An unbalanced scale, with a dragon on one side and a bunch of birds on the other. And, like, you know, one of those, like, standard scale thingies. And, actually, the Tenth one I could probably replace. I was gonna have, like, a GG-related one. But I don't feel like that's too relevant. Oh, no. For the kind of games we play, it's not as relevant. It kind of seems like for a gaming channel, something you would want to have, though. But yeah, technically I could replace that 1 to 2 hellos, because given that we had 3 emotes for it earlier, I was originally going to do that, so I'm not sure what we're doing with that yet. Can you swap emotes at will? Yes and no. You can. I think it has like a few day waiting period, though. But yes, you can technically switch out emotes. So in theory, I could. Though I'm only getting 10 done this time around, so I'm not sure if that can make it into the 10 cut. But none of them are finalized yet, so we'll see. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. If you guys have any suggestion for them tomorrow night, let me know. And we'll see if we can try to get them in. There's just 8 of them there that are definitely ones I do definitely want. So the other 2 are kind of a little bit up in the air on if we'll replace it with something else. And we'll go from there and see. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye, everyone.